Hello students, today I have made this video for the derivations of work, energy and power chapter. There are some derivations which are not understood by some of the students. They are asking from me for videos. So for them I have made this video. So we are starting without any delay. The first derivation we have to understood is first we understood that how to derive the formula for gravitational potential energy. So before starting the derivation, first we have understood what is the gravitational potential energy. So the energy possessed by an object which is placed at some height from the earth's surface. When an object is placed at a height, it means in this derivation we have to take an object which is placed at a height of small h from the earth's surface. So this is earth surface. This is object. Object height from the earth is h. Mass of the object m. So now we can write weight. As we know very well, the formula for weight is equal to m into g, where m is mass of the object which we have taken small m, and g is acceleration due to gravity which remains a constant. Now the displacement over here, displacement, we have placed the object from the earth's surface up to a height h, so the displacement produced in the object is small h, so displacement is h. Now we have studied formula for work done. Work done is equal to F into S. From the formula of work is the product of force and displacement. Force will be acting as a weight over here and S will be acting as height. Displacement will become equals to height. So W, with the place of W we can place it here mg. So the formula for W will become mgh. Work done to make an object move from earth's surface to a height h is equal to mgh. Now the same work done, when a person has done some work on the object to place it at a height h, the same work is stored in the same object in the form of potential energy. This is the concept of gravitational potential energy. When an object of small mass m is kept at a height small h from the earth's surface, the work done is stored in the same object in the form of gravitational potential energy. So we can write hence U is equal to W, which means U is equal to mgh. Finally, we can say that the gravitational potential energy is equal to mass into acceleration due to gravity into the height from earth's surface. Okay, so from this formula we can say about three factors also. Potential energy directly proportional to the mass of the object, potential energy is directly proportional to the acceleration due to gravity, and potential energy is directly proportional to the height from the earth's surface. Between these three quantities, any of the quantity will be increased, the potential energy will also be increased. This is the derivation for gravitational potential energy. Okay, now we are going to start next important derivation, which is of kinetic energy. For kinetic energy, first we have to understood the concept behind the derivation of kinetic energy. When a mass small m object, an object of mass small m moving with velocity small v, object mass small m, object velocity small v. Okay, now the work done to stop this object is equal to the kinetic energy of the same object. Okay, an object has mass m and velocity v, so it has kinetic energy because it is in motion. Now the work done to stop that object will be equal to its kinetic energy. So we can write over here work done is equal to kinetic energy. Work done is equal to kinetic energy possessed by the object. Now, what is the formula for work done? W is equal to F into S. Work done is the product of force and displacement. So W is equal to F into S. Here F is that force which we are applying to stop the object. So formula for F is equal to ma. Because the object is moving, so it has some acceleration and we are going to stop it. M for mass, A for acceleration. Formula for F will become M into A. Now, S is here displacement. Okay, so from the third equation of motion, V square is equal to U square minus 2AS. Because here retardation occurs, that is why we can write V square is equal to U square minus 2AS. Final velocity is 0. Because our target is to stop the object. Stop the object means final velocity will become 0. Initial velocity V minus 2AS. So from here when we will make subject S, if we make subject S from this equation, then the result is V square upon 2A. So the value of S will become V square upon 2A and value of F will become M into A. Now place these two values in the above formula. W is equal to Fs. So W is equal to MA into V square upon 2A. A will be cancelled. So W is equal to half mv square and work done is equal to the kinetic energy. Hence overall the relation of kinetic energy will become half mv square. This is the formula for kinetic energy. Half into mass into velocity of the square of the velocity. So from this relation, two factors are clear to everyone. Kinetic energy is directly proportional to mass and kinetic energy is directly proportional to the square of the velocity of the object. Okay, this is the derivation for kinetic energy. Now the third important derivation is the relationship between kinetic energy and momentum, and this third derivation is very important for the board exams of ICSE. The third derivation is relationship between kinetic energy and momentum. Formula for kinetic energy is half mv square. Formula for kinetic energy is half mv square and formula for momentum P is equal to m into v. We have these two formulae. Momentum is the product of mass and velocity and the formula for kinetic energy is equal to half mv square. From the second relation, the formula for velocity is P divided by m. Now place this value in the above equation. In the formula for kinetic energy, place the value of velocity. So, kinetic energy is equal to half into m into p upon m whole square. So, it will become half into m into p square upon m square. 1m will be cancelled. So, p square upon 2m. That is the relationship between kinetic energy and momentum. Okay, kinetic energy is equal to p square upon 2m. So, now two factors more are clear. Right now, if we are going to take the formula of kinetic energy half mv square, then we can say that kinetic energy is directly proportional to mass. But from this formula, if the momentum is constant, then the kinetic energy becomes inversely proportional to the mass. So these points are very important. In board exams, these questions will definitely come. Because in this relation, the kinetic energy is directly proportional to mass because velocity is constant. And from this formula, we can say if the momentum is constant, then the kinetic energy is inversely proportional to mass. So these three derivations, according to the 10th ICSE, okay, from the chapter work, energy and power, these three derivations are very important. I hope so that you will understood these three derivations very well. In the next class, if you will like this class, then in the next class we will discuss more interesting things. Okay, so goodbye and revise these derivations.